Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the drift and grip tunes for the 2MR. I mean, it's a little harder to control in slide being rear engine, but also while grip driving it likes to get a little loose. So it was a challenge. We got it done. We got a tune for you guys. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to start out with a little bit of a drift demonstration here. All right, let's get into the tuning of the Drift MR2. Getting into the engine, we left the stock GE3 engine in it. We put a Sport ECU, no turbo. We have ultimate cams, intake manifold, fuel system, cylinder head, engine block. And for the exhaust manifold, we went with racing. And the exhaust pipes themselves, we set to elite. Now for the tuning, we have the peak RPM at 8,437, torque at high at 265, torque at medium at 291, torque at low at 257. For the drivetrain, we did all ultimate upgrades, leaving the stock transmission or stock drivetrain in there, rear wheel drive. Now for the tuning on it, we have the gear shifting speed all the way down. We did the final drive at 3.8, leaving all the other gears stock. Drivetrain loss, we brought that down as far as we could at 4. For the lock XL and deceleration, we have it at 1, and the preload at 413. Now for the body, we did a stage 4 body swap on it. We did a ultimate weight reduction. We put the ultimate gas tank and no aero. Now for the upgrades, we put the weight down to 999. Weight distribution, we pushed to the front as much as we could at 48. Center of mass, we lowered as much as we could as well at 16.8. Now for the suspension, we did all ultimate upgrades. And now for the tune, spring length at 78 for the front, spring stiffness at 99, camber at -8, caster at 11. I did bump the caster up just a little bit on this car because being rear engine, it needed a little bit more kind of weight and steering centering force. With the wheel, for the steering angle, we went max 65. For the braking force, we maxed it out at 12.3. Front brake bias, we put it at 81. Now for the rear springs, we increased the stiffness of the anti-roll bar in the rear to 29. Camber, we dropped it down to -4. And that's about it for suspension. Now for wheels and tires, we put ultimate spacers on front and rear. Front rims, we have at 195 55 R15s, and we did the same for the rear. For the front tires, we did a stretch -5, and for the rear tires, we did a stretch standard size. Now for the upgrades, we threw the tire pressure up to 3 bar, and we did front offset at max. And that'll be everything for the tune for the drift car. All right, guys. For the grip version of the 2MR, we left the standard stock engine in it. We did a sport ECU, no turbo. We did ultimate camshafts, ultimate intake manifold, ultimate fuel system, ultimate cylinder head, engine block. We did a sport exhaust manifold and an ultimate exhaust pipe. Now for the tuning, we did peak RPM at 8307, torque at high at 265, torque at medium at 268, and torque at low at 256. Now for the drivetrain, for the gearbox, we did swap the T50 transmission into it. I think it'll work fine with the stock if you don't have the gold for it. But I found the T50, I just prefer it in most cars, most 5-gear setups. For the clutch, we did ultimate. For differential, we did the ultimate clutch 65. For transmission, we did ultimate. And for the drive, we left standard rear-wheel drive. Now for the upgrades, gear shifting speed as low as possible. For the transmission, we didn't really tune too much. We didn't really need to. Car felt fine how it was. For drivetrain loss, we did 4. For lock accel, we did 0.8. For lock deceleration, we did a 0.4 with a preload of 65. Now for the body, we swapped a stage 4 body on it. We did ultimate weight reduction, ultimate gas tank, and ultimate front and rear aerodynamics. Now for the upgrades, we did weight down to 999, weight all the way to the front for a better balance. Center of mass, we put at 16.8. We didn't change any of the downforce front and rear, but we did bring the air resistance down to 2.05. Now for the suspension, we did all ultimate upgrades again. And for the tune, the only thing we really changed on it was the camber in the front to a -8. Braking force all the way up. Spring stiffness in the rear, we brought down to 81. And for the dampers in the rear, we did 5,900 slow bump, 3,000 fast bump, 12,100 slow rebound, and 7,600 for the fast rebound. Now for the wheels, we left standard spacers front and rear. I believe we left the standard front and rear rims. We did front rims 265 40 R15s and the rear rims at 285 40 R15s with a racing standard tire in the front and a racing +5 in the rear. Now for the tuning, we left everything pretty stock on the tuning for the wheels, left it at 2 bar, so that's plenty of grip. That's typical of most of my rear wheel drive tunes that I'm going to give you guys. Leave it at 2. All right, and that'll be all for the MR2 drift and grip build. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more tunes. Thank you guys. Peace. Catch you on the next one.